Yes, now it is started. So anyone who has some idea about Spearman rank? Chalo, let me give you a hint. In your measure of central tendency, where we use the term rank, so any one of you would like to tell me in measure of central tendency, where did we use the term rank?
Correlation coefficient.
नहीं, correlation coefficient तो अभी हम calculate करेंगे. So another type of correlation is Spearman rank. So I want to know before using this word rank. So we use this word rank here in Spearman rank correlation. But before this, where did we use this word rank? So I gave you a hint. It was done while studying measure of central tendency. तो वहां पे कहाँ यूज किया था हमने वर्ड रैंक?
Sir, I guess median.
Yes, in median. So while calculating median, we used the term rank, right? And so what was so special about median? हम लोग median क्यों use करना पड़ा हमें? Why we were not using mean and we were using median? What was the problem? Yes, Devanshi. There was a certain condition, and because of that we were not calculating mean to find out this central position. We were calculating median. चलो बताओ. Manaswini, you tell us.
Sir, so sometimes mean was not the best measure of central tendency because sometimes in the data set there can be values which are either extremely high or extremely low, and this could skew the value of the mean, and it won't be a accurate representation of the data. Whereas the median, since it gives the exact middle value of the data set, it's a better representation,
Very
which is
good.
why we choose median.
Yes, very good, very good. So when you are having some extreme values, okay, or in other words, when your data is not normally distributed. So you all of you, I hope all of you remember about normal distribution. So if the data is not following normal distribution, then we cannot go for parametric test. So मैंने बताया था आपको that all your statistical tests are divided into two categories, parametric and non-parametric. So if your data follows normal distribution, go for parametric test. If it is not following normal distribution, go for non-parametric test. So if you have extreme values in your data, so the chances are quite likely that your data is not following normal distribution. If your sample size is small and you have extreme values in your data, it may not follow normal distribution. So go for non-parametric test. Okay. So when the data is not following normal distribution, like when we were talking about measure of central tendency. So in a normally distributed data, we were calculating mean as our measure of central tendency. While for data that is not normally distributed or where you have extreme values, we were calculating median. So for calculating median, we were following two steps. Step number one was rank the data, and step number two was find out the middle value. So ranking is done when you have extreme values or the data is not normally distributed. So using that logic, you can remember that Spearman rank correlation is basically when you have to do the ranking and when the data is not normally distributed. You have some extreme values. So you may have two cases. Number one, the data is not normally distributed, or number two, you don't have the access to raw data. You have access to the ranks only. Okay, so in those cases, you have to go for Spearman rank correlation. I hope it is clear. When you're supposed to go for Spearman rank and when you are supposed to go for Pearson. So if you're given a question and you are asked find out the correlation, which type of correlation you should use. So if anyone has any doubt in this, please ask. Okay. So now let us study this Spearman rank correlation using a particular example. So let me share my screen with you guys. Okay. So we have to study Spearman rank correlation. So I'll give you two examples, one with ranking, one without ranking. So let us start with the easier one. So let us assume you are taught a particular subject by two faculties. Okay, so two faculties are sharing the same subject. Some part of that subject is taught by one faculty and some part by another faculty. Now these faculties are told that please rank the students from 1 to 10. So there are 10 students and they're asked please rank the students based on their overall performance, how good their marks are, how good they are in the class, how good they are in the discussion, how active they are in answering the questions. Okay, so based on all these different parameters you have to rank the students. So faculty 1 gave the rankings 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So let us assume these are the students, name of the students. Okay, so we have 10 students whose names are A B C D E F G H I J, and faculty 1 gave this ranking. Faculty 2 also gave some ranking, and this is the ranking that okay, right. So these are the rankings given by faculty 1 and these are the rankings given by faculty 2. We want to know whether the ranking given by these two faculties is it correlated or not, कि भाई अगर कोई स्टूडेंट को ज़्यादा स्कोर मिला है, ज़्यादा रैंकिंग मिला है बाय वन फैकल्टी से, वो स्टूडेंट को दूसरा फैकल्टी से भी ज़्यादा स्कोर मिला है क्या? Are the rankings correlated? So here you don't have access to the raw data कि भाई किस बेसिस पे ये स्टूडेंट को रैंक 1 मिला है, किस बेसिस पे इसको 2 मिला है. Okay, so when you are having access only to the ranking, so of course you cannot go for Pearson correlation, you have to go for Spearman rank correlation. Okay, so this is a straightforward case, you don't need to think much about it. You are given ranking, so you have to go for Spearman rank correlation only. Okay, now happens in Spearman rank correlation. Okay, let me share the formula with you guys. Okay, so this Firefox is installing some updates. So I'll get the formula in a minute. So in the meantime, so what we are supposed to do in this Spearman rank correlation? So the very first step is you need to find out the difference of rankings. What is the difference? That is denoted by D. You simply subtract one ranking from another ranking, right? So these are the differences. And then take the square of that difference. So basically calculate D square. Okay. So take the square of the rank difference and add these squared differences, right? So the squared difference is 16 here. Now you have to put this squared difference in the formula. So this Spearman rank correlation is quite easy as compared to Pearson correlation. I don't know, my system is behaving weird today. All right. So let me paste the formula here. All right, so this is the formula. Okay, so let us understand the formula first. So R for Spearman rank, correlation coefficient for Spearman rank is equal to 1 minus 6 sigma d square. So this sigma d square is this 16 here. So D is difference in ranking. So calculate the D square and then add all the square differences. So that is coming out to be 16 in our case. So 6 sigma D square. So you have to multiply this with 6. So 16 into 6, that is 96, divided by n into n square minus 1, or basically n cube minus n. So n here is number of samples that are in pair. Okay, so we have 10 samples. So then this n is equal to 10. So 10 into 10 square minus 1, वो कितना हो जाएगा? 10 square is 100, 100 minus 1 is 99. So 99 into 10, 990. Okay. So in the second part of the equation, the numerator is 96, denominator is 990. So you divide this 96 with 990. So the answer is 0.096. Subtract this value from 1 and what you have is Spearman rank correlation. Okay, always remember when you're writing this formula, this one is separate from the second part. Sometimes what student do, they write 1 minus 6 sigma d square whole equation divided by n into n square minus 1. So कुछ लोग वो 1 को भी 6 के साथ रख लेते हैं as numerator. So always remember this one is not part of this equation on the right hand side. ठीक है, so 6 sigma d squared by n into n square minus 1. So whatever you are getting, you have to subtract that value from 1, and then you get this Spearman rank correlation. So that means there is 90% similarity between, or the strength of the relationship is 90% between faculty 1 and faculty 2 for giving the ranking. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now let me give you guys another question. चलो इसी को कर लेते हैं हम. Let me see if I have another. ये वाला question हमने solve किया था I guess for correlation. So using the same formula, using the same data, find out the Spearman rank correlation. So अगर आपको ऐसे data दे दिया, raw data is given and you are asked calculate the Spearman rank correlation. चलो मैं इसको एक नया शीट पे कॉपी कर लेता हूँ. So suppose you are given this data, या मैं एक काम करता हूँ 185 and 80. So suppose you are given this data. And you are supposed to calculate the Spearman rank correlation. Now you are not given the ranks here. So what you have to do? So the first thing is, so in order to calculate the ranking, first you sort your data based on your independent variable. So in this case, height is independent variable, and based on the height, you give the ranking. Okay, so जिसका कम height है उसको सबसे कम ranking दे दिया है. So it can be either way. कम height वाले को सबसे ज़्यादा ranking दे दिया है. So that depends on you. Okay, so this is the ranking. Now, one thing you need to take care of here is, since these two guys have same height, so they should get the same ranking. चलो एक मैं और आगे इसको कर देता हूँ 185 and 89 ऐसा करके कर देते हैं. So 789, right? So ऐसा करके ranking आना चाहिए था. But these two guys are having same height, so they should not get different rankings. So in cases like this, what you are supposed to do? So you are given two rankings, ranking 7 and ranking 8. So you have to basically combine these rankings and take the mean. So this guy is getting rank 7, this guy is getting rank 8. So ये होगा 7.5 and इसका ranking भी होगा 7.5. So there should not be any guy with ranking 7 and ranking 8. So 6 के बाद 7.5, 7.5 and then 9. I hope it is clear to all of you.
Sir, we can give both of them the same rank like 8.
Say again.
Can we give them rank 8, both of them?
Rank 8 नहीं, rank 8 कैसे दोगे आप?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, sir.
नहीं, rank देखो, this guy हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना, so 180 तक rank 6 है, उसके बाद कितनी वैल्यूज है मेरे पास बीच में that are same, 2 values. सो व्हाट, तो इसके बाद ये पर्सन को कितना आना चाहिए था? सो दिस गाय इज 6. Now we don't know whether this is 7 or this is 7 and this is 8, but this guy will come at rank 9. So in between we have two rankings. So rank 7 and 8 should go to these two guys. So what we do, we basically take the mean of these two ranks. So rank mean of 7 and 8 rank is 7.5. So both of these guys will get rank 7.5. So suppose ये भी मेरा 182 होता. So let us take this case. ये भी मेरा 182 होता. Then rank 7, 8, 9. In that case, what you have to do? You have to combine rank 7, 8, 9. So कितना हो जाएगा? 24, right? 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 24. 24 divided by 3. So in that case, all these three guys will get rank 8. So there won't be any rank 7, there won't be any rank 9. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So you have got the ranking for height. Then you sort your data for weight. Now again, you can give the ranking. Now here we have these two guys with same weight. So इसका ranking कितना होना चाहिए? 7.5, 7.5. Okay. So you have made the ranking for both height and weight. Now you can use the formula for Spearman rank and calculate the correlation coefficient. ये सब calculate करके बताओ मुझे what should be the answer? All of you. Okay, Demetrius, what's the answer?
So 0.897, 89.7%.
0.897. Okay. Uh, तन्वी, आपका क्या आंसर है बच्चे?
Sir, 0.898.
898. All right, very good. So if both of you are getting the same answer, then I guess it has to be 89%. All right, very good. So all of you have to take a picture of your answer and post it in the chat box. Okay? All the students, please post the answer in the chat box. So Tanvi and Dimitrius, you also please post the answer in the chat box.
Excuse me.
Yes, Devanshi.
Sir, mine is coming 0.4.
0.4. So definitely something is happening which should not be, which is not right. So check your calculations once more.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and the Tanvi and Dimitris, they are going to post their answers in the chat box. Maybe you can match with that also.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
Tanvi, you are saying something?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I had a doubt. Hello.
हाँ बच्चे बोलो.
Sir, for person number 6th and 7th, height की ranking में 6 और 5 कैसे आया?
Just a moment.
Yes, sir. Same doubt I do have.
So height का ranking में you are top. चलो, let me first sort it.
Just 10 मिनट में होगी.
All right. Now you can ask.
लेट नहीं करना.
For person number 6th and 7th, height is 178, then 180.
Yes.
तो उस
So इसका rank 5 and 6 कैसे है? That's what you're asking.
Actually, sir,
No,
earlier it was 6 and 5.
yes, sir. Earlier it was 6.
So this guy was 6 and this guy was 5. That's what you are saying.
Yes, sir.
ऐसा क्यों?
I mean, earlier it was 6 and 5, and I think now it's correct 5 and 6.
Yes, sir.
No, it's not there.
I'm still confused. What's the doubt? So is it okay right now? The ranking of height?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. If it is okay, then do the calculations.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Shakti.
Yes, sir. So I didn't understand the sigma d square part. So we got the sum of the all the d squares. Then we have to multiply it by 6, or we again have to square the value which we got.
Yeah, chalo, let us do the calculations here. So what is the difference between ranking? So these are the differences. Then we do the square. Okay, and add square difference. That is 3.5. So multiply this 3.5 with 6.
Yes, sir.
So that's your numerator part. Now we have 9 samples. So 9 into 9 is 81. 81 minus 1 is 80. And 80 into 9 is 720. So 720. So divide 21 with 720. 0.029 and subtract this value 1. Answer is 97.
Yes,
How you
sir.
guys were getting 88 or 80 something?
Sir, they squared the d square value, the addition of that. That's why I asked.
They squared which value?
The which we are getting after adding d square. Yes, sir. So they again squared it.
Okay, okay. So the correct answer should be 0.97. I hope it is clear to all of you.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
so sigma d square is just the sum of the squared values, right? We don't have to square it again.
See, this is the D. This is D square.
Right. Right. So sigma d square is just sum of this, which would be 3.5.
Yes, sigma is just sum of D square. So this is your
Okay,
sigma D square. Okay, you guys were squaring it again, 3.5. You don't have to square it again. So this is your sigma D square.
Sir, should we still post our answers anyway, or what?
Now it is discussed here, then I don't think you need to post it. That is fine.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend ahead. Bye bye.